Okay, so it's 9 o'clock on the 15th. So historically, not a lot happened on this day. Napoleon was waiting for his reinforcements to arrive. However, in my replay, I think he's got enough advantage here, so he's been going for it. So let's have a look over the board and see what's happening. So most of the action so far has been up here. You can see the Austrians on the right there are just in all sorts of terrible condition, really. What happened is the young guard here, brought up their cannon with a little bit of cannon here from 9th Corps, and have just been blasted them to smithereens. Just haven't really stood a chance there at all. And there is a aide-de-camp rushing across the board here from Napoleon to 9th Corps to go in and take Grospusno, I think you pronounce that. And that'll probably follow up some more instructions, more orders to chase the Austrians off the board. Now the Austrians have tried to, on the last turn or two, is get away from just the cannons. There's no way they can stand. I've been entering the woods here. And as some units are rallying, they're coming in, so I'm not too sure what's going to happen here, but I just can't see that holding. I mean, it's only 9 o'clock. The battle's been going on for 3 hours. Yeah, those Austrians have just had it. So it brings us down to the main part of the battle down here. So all that's been happening really, no one has moved. Oh, well, let's have a look at Wachau here. Now in the morning there was a small Russian presence in Wachau, but they can't support it. Not with all these things. So they've pulled back behind their gun line here. And at the moment, no one seems very happy. It's a bit of a death trap, this village at the moment, with a cannon around. So that sort of held its own. The Prussians have just 9 o'clock, just been kicked out of Markkleeberg and back here. But the French fatigue has built up, so the French have orders here, this corps, to get as far as here if it can. So we'll see. But other orders have been taken place. So just last turn, and it's going to come in, is Napoleon is going to commit 6th Corps to take on the Prussians. So the idea is he's going to come forward, set up a gun line, have an artillery duel, see how we get on. I mean, there's a fair bit of artillery here. Well, there's a fair bit of artillery here as well. See how that goes before issuing any more orders for an infantry attack. The big unknown is what the Allies are going to do in response to that. So it's really tough. I mean, the Austrians, I don't think there's anything we can do. We thought about going over there, sending people over there, but it make us too stretched. We currently have the Russian cavalry here, which is mainly Cossacks. And they're sort of keeping an eye on the French-Polish cavalry there. Going to be something happening there at some point, no doubt. And the big standoff here, of course, is we have the Prussian cavalry here and we have the French cavalry here. French cavalry outnumber a little bit. Napoleon has fought a couple of times of sending these guys through to drive these out, but they're surrounded by so much cannon, it's too tricky. So these guys are coming, set up a gun line, have a bit of a duel, see how that goes. Maybe this corps will be able to push along here, concentrate, squash the Prussians together a little bit, and then maybe send the cavalry in, sweep these away, maybe even get around here. Of course, I mean, the Prussians might stop them, but we'll have to see what happens there. So that's currently where we're at. Now, I've been thinking what the Allies to do. The Austrians, like I said, I don't think there's a lot I can do there. We're just going to try and hold on, go into the woods, see if we can survive a bit longer. Over here, the big concern for the Allies is that the French do something over here. I mean, they've already given orders for these guys, going to maybe commit the young guard down here, which is going to make it very, very difficult. I mean, it's only 9 o'clock at the moment, so there's plenty of time. I mean, there's no... the Allies aren't getting anyone till late on this afternoon. The French have a few more. You can see over the back there we've got the French Guard cavalry arriving. The French still have completely in reserve Polish Corps, which they haven't used. They've got the Old Guard, the Old Guard there. We've got another Young Guard Corps there. I just don't see how the Allies are going to hang on, so we're just going to have to trust in our guns. Going to have to just trust in our guns and hope, if anything happens over here, well, the French will probably start with a cavalry attack. Let's see what we can do there. I'm a bit concerned about these Cossacks. They're not really going to stand up to Kellerman's corps here. Let's see what we've got in here. You know, chasseurs, lancers. They're all pretty light cavalry, but even so, you notice with these Cossack units is when they charge, let's get that in focus, the melee value only goes up to 3, so this is only going to attack with a value of 6. That's the number of steps too. So it's only 6. Where most, I mean, they're very quick, but most units, if we take, let's look at these chasseurs here, we can see, you know, this goes up to 5, which is a lot more typical. So they're on to sort of a losing streak there, plus with the morale, plus the special rules that they need to take a morale check before countercharging. They weren't really trained for attacking formed cavalry. They were scouts, chasing down disorganised units, etc. So there we go. So it's all kicking off, and where we are at the moment, 9 o'clock in the morning, it looks like Napoleon's got the upper hand here, and he might even, depends how many reserves he wants to commit, and again it's a long campaign, so I'm a little bit unsure. I mean, there's a lot of forces still to arrive. Break a couple of corps here. You know, if they get the Austrians, break the Prussians, force the Russians back, I think that'd be a very good day's work. So I'll let you know how it gets on. I'll post the next video, it'll be around lunchtime, about 1 o'clock game time.